So long, girl. Yeah. To be with you alone, girl. Yeah. Move your back against the wall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. No. You don't have to feel no pressure. We got all the night, no stress, girl. Take it to the top, girl, yeah. We can do it all night long. Yeah. Oh, baby, you're so beautiful. You don't have to feel no pressure. We got all the night, no stress, girl. All right.
Get a little caught up listening to the music sometimes. But hey, honey buns, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here ever, welcome for the first time. I'm Meela Vanderbuilt, and today we're doing Second Life things. Although I framed this video talking about the metaverse because I think there's some metaverse conversations that I want to dive into that I've been having in real life, and it's been crazy. But anyway, let's start here. If you are here, say hi in chat so I can say hey to you. I see Ari, Thana, Ravenous, Heather, Luna, Jade, Logic, Yam, Natal, Mose, Story, Bella, Alma, Lex, Kimmy, Kaylee, Jade, Seishi, Winter. Did I get him? No. What was that? Season number? Dior. Honey. Red Sonia, Nikki, Ravenous. I'm so sorry I can't read the characters, but hey. Kwanzaa, Lex, Rovance, HW, Kimmy, Sugar Britches, Misty, Twilight, Black Gold. How are you guys? Happy Wednesday. I saw y'all talking about my CP time. Mose, thank you for the membership. Thank you for joining. I don't know if it's making noise. I gotta put my headset on. I don't know, there's a bunch of conflicting music, but can we spam honey buns? Hey, thank you. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Ari. How are you? Ash memes. All right, so tonight is Second Life 101 night. We do these on Wednesdays, but usually the last Wednesday of the month, I post it to you guys to choose what you guys want to see. If you want to see Second Life or my newfound love GTA. We're kind of branching out, so there might be more options in the future, but you guys hands down voted Second Life tonight. And a lot of you guys in the comments were talking about you need business tips in Second Life, or you need to figure out ways to make money if you're not a creator or things like that. So I was there's so many ways to make money. Every single business I've ever had in Second Life has been based on the fact that I don't know how to make shit in Second Life. So we're going to talk about other alternate ways to make money, primarily through what I consider hobbies or role play. So we're gonna get into that today. I'm really hoping there's some business baddies in the crowd here because I really want to know kind of what some of your business ideas have been that you haven't quite figured out how to execute in a way to make you money. You enjoy doing it, but you don't know how to get money out of it. So I really want to have that conversation. So I'm hoping there are some people out there that need to hear that kind of thing. Good to hear, Sugar. On the wrong account, honey. I do that every single time I log in because I created that second YouTube channel that I never used. Meela's not online. Let me get Meela on. Let me get a headset on, so I don't know how loud this is for y'all. But look, y'all know Wednesdays be hard because I have two loves in my life, YouTube and, you know, my job. So sometimes I was late. Hey, Sebastian. I am great. How are you? And I just did my makeup. I'm honestly late because I was doing makeup right now because I didn't do it at all today. Bye-bye. How's audio right now? Is it loud? Here's our song. Y'all know I'm sick of this song. All right. Let's like get online. I don't know what we're gonna do with our character because these type of conversations end up being conversations. But I mean, I guess I can demonstrate things. But I want to hear from you guys while I load up and get my life together and figure out where Meela is. Tell me, like, what are some of the things you wish you could do to make money in Second Life? And honestly, this stems from this conversation I was having with someone like I used to work with who literally just spent 10,000 real life dollars buying lands in one of these like new metaverse platforms. And I was like, what you gonna do with it? And he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. What would you do with it? I was like, I got a whole lot of ideas of what I would do with it. But like, that's beside the point. Like, really, what you gonna do? So I think us being in Second Life for so long, we can see, like, granted, would I have paid 10,000 for it? I don't know. Have I possibly made 10,000 from Second Life off of like Bayside in the past few months? Yeah. So I guess, I mean, there's a return. So I get it. I kind of get it, but I'm not entirely understanding the metaverse thing. But like, if I really look at the return on the investments that I've made that I haven't really had to make, right? So I made all my money in Second Life. It's been like a solid 7 years since I've uploaded in Second Life. So I think for me, as someone's like, why would you put money into it? I'm like, I don't know. But I think you can. There's opportunity to make a lot of money with a bunch of different things. Modeling Ari. So, I don't know. Ooh, I got makeup everywhere. I don't even know how to get that off. Wait. Let me get my avatar up first. And we'll talk about some things. Modeling. So I'm gonna focus on business. Usually the trouble with things like modeling and these type of spaces is you're very heavily reliant on someone else providing work for you. And this type of economy, and when you're talking about a virtual economy where you wanna make money on an ongoing basis, you have to kind of be in control of like money coming in. Modeling doesn't quite do that unless you have another skill set that you're attaching to it. I see a lot of models in Second Life who are photographers, so they offer their services to creators from a point of, I can be the model in the picture and I can also take the picture for your vendors, or they're graphic designers that can make the advertising. So we're just gonna go on like service is like the economy. You could. All right, I'm gonna do a switch up of the music and switch the scenes. My stream deck is just not working. I think maybe it's not plugged in. All right. You host an SL? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna switch music a little bit. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's loud. Let me play audio real quick. There we go. Y'all still hear me over music? Is it loud? Looks loud. Hey, Adria. So I want to talk about roleplay because every single business that I've ever had in Second Life has started with roleplay. My first ever business in Second Life was a strip club. It was the Monarchy, which like people are getting very curious about lately. Like I keep getting interview requests talking about like what basically sex work looks like in the virtual space. And I wouldn't even say it's something that's unique to sex work. I think people are overlooking the fact that there is a huge demand for people that create role play within, or not even like role play, but like hobbies or things to do, activity-based businesses. That's what we're gonna kind of get into, and how you can make money off of that. Trying to get into rental, skyboxes, and lands. Again, we're gonna lean heavily on the activity as business, so what you offer. Hey Mad, hey Ika. I'm gonna stay away from like all the artist type things. We could do a video on that, but I think there's still a space for people to build businesses here who aren't tech savvy. So you might not know how to like script, or you might not know how to do things to like create the things that we put in these worlds, or you don't know how to, you're not 3D artists, so you don't know how to make clothes or buildings or things like that. There's still some work for it. You're a brand manager in real life and would love to translate that to SL, because it's something I'm good at and have been doing for years. So that's the kind of thing that I'm shooting for. But yeah, let's start at like how, I don't even know where to start. There's like so much I want to talk about. I'm like, where do I start? So started with the club. So like base level, we see like a strip club in Second Life, and you are kind of like, yeah, of course that's going to make money. But I think the same logic that we apply to strip clubs can be applied to just all general activities within Second Life. The appeal for strip clubs is sex, of course. But outside of that, you know, actually, because what we noticed in the strip club to begin with, there was a lot of people weren't coming here for sex services. They were coming here initially primarily for role play, because people were really good role players, and they were just like coming to have an experience that they either don't have necessarily in real life, or they just really enjoy in real life and they want to be able to do it from the comfort of their own home. And I think that's what people are really warming up to now, that it's not necessarily you can't do all these things in real life, but it's like, you don't feel like going outside to do it. You could do it through like this fictional character. She could put in all the work and you could still enjoy it. So there's a lot of attraction to roleplay. I'm gonna show just some really quick examples of stuff that we have in Bayside that people have as businesses. I think that's where I'll start. I'll show you some examples of things that people have. I'll talk about ways that they make money. I'll talk about ways that I would make money through these type of businesses. And then, you know, while we're doing this, of course, shoot out your business ideas and we'll throw that in. Yeah, Thana, because they want the full like immersive experience, right? That's why that's such a huge draw. Since we're here though, I see Aika over here. Is this Aika? Aika's a good example. She is a doctor at our Bayside Medical Center. So this is a completely roleplay thing. So people roleplay all types of things like pregnancies, roleplay getting sick. We use Zeal Life here. So she's found a way to make like her own kind of independent business based on a business that already exists. So basically what we have here is just like a facility. You could have this in any type of space. It just has this like a list of different roleplay services she offers. And like I'm the target market for stuff like this, right? Like I'm someone who would come in here and pay for services because it's like literally your time put into it and it's some sort of unique roleplay. Hold on, y'all. My screen is frozen. Why is my computer acting out? It's really making me nervous. I'm gonna need a new one. But yeah, so this is a situation where there's very like low barrier for entry. Like I don't remember what you had to do to get started. Maybe rent an AdWord. And then at that point, it becomes like a marketing and service thing. So for the girl who said they're a brand manager in real life, this is something that I think there's a huge gap for in Second Life, that people have a bunch of creative ideas. They don't necessarily know how to reach or even figure out who their target audience is, never mind reach them. I think a lot of times it's a good idea to like come into a community. So like, that's why I think, you know, it's great to go into a roleplay community when you have one of these businesses. But being able to reach or connect with that community is really important. But yeah, Aika's a doctor here. So Aika basically has a list of services she offers in terms of roleplay. And they all have a fee associated with them. I think I was in here the other day because my Zeal Life HUD said I was sick. And we use Zeal Life here. So it's very like roleplay driven. We'll get into Zeal Life. This was originally supposed to be a Zeal Life tutorial, but we'll see. But I came and hung out with her for what, like 30 minutes. She like simulated a little checkup. I sat here on this table. She administered, she checked my blood pressure. And that was it. And then I tipped her jar and went on about my life. And like the same can be applied to kind of any idea you have. So anything that's like a general interest, think of like real world application. Anything you can do in the real world, you can make some sort of simulation for in a virtual space. And I think that's where the money is. All right. Also, the world's not res for me. I think I'm gonna have to relog because things are just not showing up at all. I know I hate the relog. All right, let me do this really quick. She is hiring, so Aika right now is hiring like doctors and nurses, right? All right. Let's try this again. Better. I should have logged in somewhere else and then TP'd over. I will learn. But yeah, I think involving yourself in a community is a huge one. Also, a community that has some sort of role play, like simulated system. I think Zeolife is a really good one. I've even seen more creators like jumping on the Zeolife train. I've seen, damn, I forgot the name of the store, but there are people that are coming out with like, who are big mainstream Second Life creators that are now creating Zeolife items, which I think is super cool because they get it, right? When you're in Second Life, you have this like happy place between like roleplay and retail. And we talked about this a little bit the other day. Like if you can find a way to monetize anything associated with roleplay, you're kind of golden. And you don't have to like keep making stuff. Like, what do I have out here? Probably at the mall, but me and Raina, my head better not play with me. Me and Raina like got together. We made a bunch of roleplay sushi the other day. We all have these like simulated HUDs where, you know, we have all of these different needs for food, for water, health, and all of that. So we made a bunch of like little fake sushi. We threw it out on the counter and people just continue to buy it repeatedly. It's nothing else I have to put my time into. You know, I could do some marketing around it. I could like have a dinner meetup and bring attention to whatever my product is, which I'd advise you do. But you were a doctor in GTA, Looney. Why aren't you a doctor for us? Maybe let's start here with Zeolife. Oh my God, look at shit, it's not rezzing. I think I'm gonna need one more relog. But anyway, these are other like renters. Nope, nothing's showing up. Honey, all right, we're gonna do this last relog. I'm gonna relog to mainland. This thing's just, I think it's just being slow. No. I'm gonna relog to mainland and come over. Hey, Devin. All right. Take 3. We're gonna get this. Third time is the charm. Okay, don't play this music. Wait, don't play it. I hate it. Okay, I don't even think I went to the third mainland. No, I need to relog into a different place. I meant to on the second. And for me, relogging works. Like Black Dragon will sometimes just choose to not render a single thing. I relog, it's fixed. So it really depends on what the issue is with your system. And for me, it's a RAM issue. And sometimes Black Dragon needs to slap in the face. All right. Yeah, come check out Aika. She's hiring doctors right now. All right, so what I recommend, one, if you want to do a system as a service. Oh God, not her whole ass, child. If you want to do a service to make money, I'm gonna have no hair this time. All right. But a service. Oh, you're gonna be a doctor? I'm so easily distracted right now. Let's go back to right here. Faith and Flower actually is a good example. So this is a restaurant that I created in Second Life. So on a base level, there have been restaurants in Second Life forever. A lot just like stay here like this, with pretty much no options. When we first opened, it was very much focused on like role play experience. So a service can literally be the way you make money. People tend to charge for their time. So one, for me, I've never had that much time in Second Life, so I've always had to have staff or have some type of automated system. A lot of things in Faith and Flower are automated. So you can have like different waiters pop out, you can have different meals pop out. But of course, then we have wait staff that can provide their services. So for us, we have almost like a little pyramid situation where you have a staff of people, they all make tips. I make a percentage of all their tips, and that's just how it functions. So if there's somewhere that you can't be present, but you want to create an environment for other people to be employed, you can always take a percentage. A lot of what I do is always percentage based. Like I'm a fan of people kind of, I like tip systems. It's less messy, it's less involvement from me. So I tend to go with situations where people are just tipped for whatever their work is. Of course, there are other places you could do salaries if you wanted to. You could charge set rates for people that come in. Like for us, our customers here, they pay their full rate to the waitress. It doesn't come to like the restaurant, it goes to the waitress. We get a percentage of the waitress's tips, but then of course she has the option to get tipped on top of that. There's another restaurant that we go to sometimes called Smokas, where you pay a specific amount depending on like your party size, and there's a lot of role play involved there. But this is one easy passive way. Granted, Faith and Flower has been open for a very long time now. It's been years. It's been like, because Faith and Flower was here before Bayside. And I just started remodeling it, never finished. But when we first started, it was very busy. So you can only imagine, like, the more active that you promote these spaces or you are in these spaces, just the more opportunities that you have to make passive income. For a while, Faith and Flower was just like doing its own thing, making its own money. Other people were able to make money. So it's a good way to be able to like set up a system and like leave it alone. You still end up making money off of it. We also used to sell like food. We did BU back then. I would do Zeo Life now. But look at the slow res. Relearn everything. Oh, are you not in SL right now? Alright. Now I want to look at some like businesses that y'all have. And I kind of want to talk about Zeo Life because I think Zeo Life is a very easy way to make money too. So most of these are Zeo Life businesses. So we all have this HUD. So again, like either create a role play environment where other people, I don't know how to put this, but where other people can basically make money. Or where you can have some like unified system, something like that. Create it or just like go somewhere that has it. For us, Bayside's super easy because I made it all Zeo Life. I just decided we're all doing Zeo Life. So everyone gets to create all their own products. Again, you don't even need to be a creator for this. So like when people are creating these type of things, a lot of the items, once they res, are just full permission items that are on Marketplace that you can purchase. Zeo Life has scripts that you can purchase so you can resell items. So you get to buy like an affiliate script package for like 900 Linden, configure all these different things that satisfy people's stats and just gives people things to do. So it's pretty easy. Is there a temp agency in Second Life? There probably is. I wouldn't doubt it. That's something that we can use here in SL. I mean, in Bayside. Or some sort of staffing agency. We actually are building that up in GTA right now. I'm finding a lot of the ideas that we have in GTA roleplay, I tend to bring those back to SL and make money from them. So there's a lot of, that's the one thing I'm liking about GTA. I think GTA trumps SL in terms of roleplay right now. But I think you can take so many good ideas from GTA and apply them to Second Life. And in Second Life, we tend to make money for all the things that we do in roleplay. I mean, not always. There are some places not. But I think we've created an economy here. We've created a situation. All right. But yeah, these are little food shops. I think I even saw someone mention nails. There is a nail salon here, I think. Let's see. Let's try to go over there with my computer exploding today. I'm gonna give her a break. She's been on for like 3 days because I chose to not turn it off. Aye. But there's a nail salon here. I genuinely think any type of business you can imagine or that exists in real life, you could bring to Second Life, especially when you have like a very solid community that's looking for that type of like realistic role play. You get lost every time. It's not bad, honestly. If you could figure out Second Life, you could do 5M. This is a nail salon. So this nail salon, what I think is really cool, if it ever reses, she offers like the role play experience. So of course there's animated furniture that goes along with like getting your nails done, getting pedicures, but she's also a creator. She creates nails. So you could do this if you can create nails. Someone like mentioned they create nails. she offers both. So like when people come in to get their salon treatment, of course, they would also buy her nails, which I think is cool. She can also create an environment where she has employees where they're the ones doing the role play, but they're also having each of their clients buy the nails that are in the store. So you could like get your nails done. So it's like a simulated experience. Like you're really selling experiences, and you can align them with products. So say for example, I wanted to create this business and I didn't make nails. Now I don't know how to make shit in Second Life. I would honestly probably collaborate with someone who makes nails to create an environment like this. I think there was at one point that we were thinking about bringing a nail salon into the mall, and that was a relationship that we were about to establish. We were just gonna have the girl who made the nails like come provide her products, and we were gonna create the whole salon experience. So I'm dead. All right, it's gonna take me forever to res this. Why do I get so congested when I'm like on YouTube? I swear this is a YouTube situation. Yeah, 5M is pretty a show. Let's teleport over to the mall. I want to use B store as an example because I think it's a really cool concept. It's another one of those mixing resale and roleplay. Watch it take an hour. Bitch. That paper towel that I grabbed earlier to wipe the makeup off my desk just like blew in the wind and scared. That was my scared face. But B is a good example. So she makes a lot of products that kind of satisfy our roleplay desires. In the thumbnail for this picture, I was like holding a compact. She started off as a makeup store. So she sold like makeup items for her avatars. And then she started creating like these animated items that you could also like, your avatar would animate doing her makeup or, I don't know, doing her beauty routine, things like that. So I think that was like the second level of, I think it's a good idea for creators to have this like roleplay aspect. But then there's also this option of creating a roleplay space to sell your products. So if hers reses, I think it's a really good example. It looks like a full salon. It's like a nail salon downstairs and kind of like a spa situation upstairs. And all the products downstairs are like beauty focused, they're makeup. Upstairs where there's a spa, there's a bunch of skincare stuff and it's really cool. Ciao. Wonder if I get congested because I talk a lot. Do I talk more on YouTube than I do on Twitch? All right, but we can kind of see, like, she has vendors here. She has little makeup stations. In there, she has, like, the compacts and all that for sale. So you could literally sit here and do your makeup. When I was in here, like, trying on lashes, we sat down, her avatar animated, like, putting my lashes on. Like, there are just so many different things. And, like, it's just smart. Because also, like, an employee could work in here, offer all these type of roleplay services, and at the same time, B would also be making the income from the products that they're buying. Yeah, it's like hard. It's hard to start, but it's not hard once you're in there. Ow. Well, there are tons of people who do that currently. So, Toxic Rhiannon, I don't know how to say her name, but that's where her company started is, right? She creates logos, all types of really cool marketing. She's very in tune, I think, with what creators need. So I know she even has like a store on Marketplace where she creates like different like event booths and things like that. But that's a huge thing. Any type of like creative service in SL does well, because there are so many brands, there's so many things that people can create in Second Life and aren't necessarily graphic designers. Like, I've hired people to do logos for us so many times. Of course, there's a new store coming right there. What else do we have here? This is also B's. B owns this restaurant here. So she sells like burgers and fries. and all types of other food things. They're all Zeo Life. So the thing I like about Zeo Life, and this is what I like about a lot of like role play types of businesses, people have to keep buying them. So these are typically single use items where you use something once to increase some stat that you have, and then you have to come back and buy it again, or you can buy multiple things in bulk. So, you know, like even in GTA where we're buying a bunch of burgers at one time, or going to Chick-fil-A and getting all the little chicken nuggets, you could do that in Second Life, but every single sale, of course, goes to the business owner, which is super useful. So you have that, and then usually when there are people working, you're also getting tipped. So you'll see a lot of people with businesses like this that also have, they're usually also in there, they're working, they can be tipped out. They're providing like the role play service, but also like standalone. I could come in here and just like shop, and it'll continue feeding my head. Zeo Life is good. I low-key kind of want to just show you how to do Zeo Life. I've done that video 1,000 times, but you know. Where's Little Tokyo? I want to get to Little Tokyo. I was about to say I'm not lagging anymore, but it's because nothing will come up now. It's gonna take a minute. I probably need to just go over to that sim. I can show you this restaurant. What other businesses do y'all have in SL? Or have you not started because you can't quite figure out how to make money from them? Like, I honestly think, I always see that too, or I'll see someone like set something up and kind of leave it. And I think if you could apply like role play to it, it would honestly make it profitable. Okay. Was that you that I just passed? I passed somebody right here. I mean, also, if we need examples of like services that make money, like she's brand new, so her tip jar, but like she's got 635,000 in her jar. Like, it's very, people pay for role play. Oh, is this Mooney? All right. So even little things like this, like these are literally little sushi things. I didn't have to create these. I bought these full permission. I took scripts from Zeo Life, and you can customize them to do whatever you want them to do. So like these are super low expensive. I mean, super low cost for the end user, but they're gonna keep buying it. Oh my gosh, I was talking about you yesterday because I was like, there is a law office in here, and I was like, I need to find her. Yeah, Zeo Life is blowing up, to be honest. If you don't make Zeo Life products, just make them. Lucas Lameth, he also just made like a whole line of products for Zeo Life, and he's the one that makes like all the amazing food in Second Life. We stand it. Because up until this point, we've been just like trying to modify everything. But these are things that I made like when I first started Zeo Life. I tossed a Zeo Life script in them, and like people just buy these repeatedly. Like this is something I haven't even had to think back to. If I were really focused on like having a cute little restaurant like this and really keeping it active, I would hire people that could come role play here often. And I would throw like events in this space. I would say like, you know, promote specials for dinner and all this. I would probably create lots of different products regularly. I don't know what it is that excites us about this type of shit, but like I go giddy for that. Like I want to come and eat all the different types of sushi for no reason. What kind of things are you offering at the law firm? That's one thing I haven't seen before. Like a law firm in Second Life. But there's so many like Second Life like adoptions and families. It'd be interesting to see. I want to know all about it. Even the mall, I would say, because we created a very role play experience, because malls have existed in Second Life forever, but they were all so very much focused only on retail. Like they were just big spaces with lots of stores. I think what we do here at the mall is very different. Like we have a lot of role play interaction. We throw several like role play focused events where we can kind of hang out. You can come chill and eat. There's a mall contest that Avery throws. We have our meetups here at the mall. It's like become a part of even Monarchy and Bayside culture, like chill out here. So I think every single opportunity where, for me, where there's a retail situation, there needs to be like some sort of role play for it to kind of be sustainable in these like virtual spaces. HW, that's a tricky one. Because judges typically aren't like a hired service. Is Alexa or Siri talking? Relax. Did I say anything that sounded like Siri? But I can see a lawyer for the role play. I think only if you like offered some type of like mediation service and said that was played out in a courtroom. So it would be like possibly the lawyers that hired you. So sorry, this is so loud. Or just have fees, like have a rate card for what you offer. Like come up with like a special, again, taking from the club model. In the club, all girls have a rate card and you have the services that we recommend and that we just promote as a club. But then there are also like creative things that you can add to it. So I would always say start with a card of the services you could offer. Like we even have fitness instructors and stuff. And you basically build like a menu of things that you could offer in different packages at different price points. I feel like we should look at that too. Yeah, Bella, I would counseling and therapy is tricky. I would honestly make sure people know it's just role play. I've seen people do it in Second Life, and I've seen people who, it's just a thing you can't like ever confirm, but people who say they're licensed in Second Life offer those type of services. Other than that, like I've known people to even just like offer like advice or kind of look at it that way. But yeah, as long as everyone knows what it is, I think you're fine. But I think that's cool. I feel like I would indulge. I would like go check it out. And for me, I do everything from a roleplay perspective. So it's not necessarily I'm gonna be telling my problems. I'm gonna be telling whatever my character's problems are. So it would be cute. But I think that's the first step. If you do any type of just service, you need to have a menu of your services and you need to have packages. This is always what we tell like people. Someone mentioned like girlfriend experiences. For the club environment, the girls who do very well are the girls who can kind of sell those like regular, like weekly or monthly situations. And a way to do that is to package services together in a very unique way. So that goes the same for any type of like service business. You want to have like a menu of services and look at every individual service you offer and then package them together at different price points. And I think that's what makes it really interesting and usually a little more profitable if you're offering some type of service. Like I think when we had Bayside Fitness, well, we still have Bayside Fitness. I'm thinking of when Graham was there. Do I have his? No, I wouldn't have it. I delete my inventory every day. But even for that, he had like different things where like if you wanted to do like hang out and do XML workouts, or if you wanted to do ZO Life workouts, and like all these different things that you could do or spend your time doing. And they all had different price points, and that's always just like a good idea. Yeah, RP counseling I feel is fine. As long as they know it's role play, I think that's fine. Yeah, my inventory is a mess. So yeah, if you do just services alone, think of a couple of different services that you can offer. Create like a menu of them. And then don't forget to package stuff. Like package things, like granted you could offer things, of course, make that like the thing. Like individually they're a little pricier, but packaged together. Or if people commit to a certain time, like say you are a doctor and you wanted to offer like pregnancy, you could offer like individual appointments, but also you could offer like a month's worth of appointments for a specific amount of price. People used to, Bella. But you know, they got real strict with TOS because you can't log into anyone else's account officially. But yeah, I think the workaround people were doing for inventory organization, they were using TeamViewer. Of course, you'd want someone you trust. Yeah, decorating's another service, like interior designers. That's a huge business in Second Life. It's something that clearly I indulge in because I never feel like decorating. And that's one that's like not that hard to get into because like you just need furniture. But decorating is one. What else do people do? I know if it wasn't against TOS. Remember, I mean, honestly, I didn't read TOS until I was a solid like 5 years in the Second Life and had no idea it was against TOS. I remember I used to always have people doing my inventory. But who knew? I guess people that read it. I didn't read it. Terms of service for Second Life. So it's against the terms of service to allow anyone else to access your account or to access anyone else's account. But you know. Yep, of course, real estate's always one. I get so many questions on like how to start a sim. You honestly buy land and get creative. That is what everyone's doing. Even in like this metaverse space where people are literally just buying blank canvases and trying to figure out what to do with them. Create a community. Like, think of what you would want. I wanted Los Angeles, and I didn't want just like LA that you always see in Second Life. I wanted like my LA. I wanted the neighborhoods I was living in. So when we first started the original Bayside, I was living like around Venice. So I wanted to create Abbot Kinney and I wanted to create things that look like Venice, but also I love downtown, a little Tokyo. So I was creating things that I was literally seeing on my day-to-day. And that's what I wanted it to look like. I didn't want it to look like Hollywood. I still don't think we've like gotten to Hollywood yet in the sim. But create an experience that like isn't already in existence. So like, granted, there are a million LAs in Second Life. I do still think Bayside is very different from all of those. So when you're building a community, don't just throw a bunch of houses out and think they're gonna rent. You have to really think about kind of who you want to live there and what their interests are gonna be. For me, I knew what my interest was. I wanted, one, a pretty space to go to, but then I also wanted to be surrounded by people who also like business and like being active and like to role play. So we kind of created a space where, people can have businesses and, you know, get into whatever type of role play they want to get into. Woo! I don't know why I drink carbonated drinks and think I can get through it. One thing I would say, I lost it. This is what happens on Wednesdays in the middle of the week when I decide to stream after working all day. What else do we do in Second Life? Look at everybody shopping. How cute are they? Every time I pop in here, I see people running around. And I'm just nosy. Bots, it depends. So actually, this is a good topic. For me, knowing my availability, I know for a fact there are things that I just don't want to be bothered with doing. I can't, one, I'm not gonna do it all by myself. I'm always gonna have a staff. So for me, I needed a bot that could serve as kind of a ticketing system, a single point of contact that wasn't me, because people still be hitting me up for stuff. And I'm telling y'all, I hit the bots up because you won't ever get a response from me. But like, I needed a system that could very quickly triage support out to appropriate parties. So that was my initial reason for wanting bots. So people could IM the bot that was standing in front of them with a question, and that bot would send it to different groups of managers who could then reach out and connect with them. Yep, I'll grab you a link. Let me look for it. And then after that, I got really obsessed with bots. So beyond that, there are so many different functions. Honestly, it's just really about identifying what you need a bot to do. Anything that can take the load off of you. Because the less that you have to do with your one individual business, the more opportunities that you have to create a ton of different businesses. And I think that's kind of what's kept me going, is that I have so many different streams of income just from Second Life that collectively It's an extremely profitable platform for me. Yes, here's the sponsor. There's an application here. But yeah, bots make things easy. They can do all types of things. Like I have a bot at the landing in Bayside who is just up there spitfiring information about Bayside. He's like showing people what's around landing, what they can do in Bayside. I have the bot that's up in the club who serves as a greeter. She's also on the back end helping me monitor things if we need to. Like if an incident pops up in chat and someone's like, this person said this to me, but I don't remember it. Liz is up in there. She hasn't seen it. She knows what's going on. But yeah. If you have a full staff, oh my God, I'm so happy y'all are asking these questions. I didn't know how deep y'all wanted to get into staffing, but it depends on what you do. So for me, I've built structures where I have like either managers or admins who kind of share the same vision as me. It's very important. It's very effing important. I'm saying this right now, like very important. If you're gonna have a team of people, the people that have closest access to you need to share your vision. You're not always gonna agree on stuff, which is good because I like to have people with their own expertise and their own kind of perspective, but you need to look for two things in your admin team. My God. You need people, one, that share the same vision for whatever your business is. Like they have to share your vision. You are the business owner. They're coming onto your projects. If they are completely adverse to what you're trying to do, you have got to let them go. If they share your vision, but they have like different perspectives, like be open to those. The one thing I really like about the team that I work with, so I work closely with Raina. I have another manager, Arlenis. Those are my two girls. Like those are my, and then Amy Crime, two Amy's, y'all. But those are like my point people. Those are the ones with direct access to me. Those are the ones that we share ideas with. And we tend to come with different perspectives. One thing I think you need, the second quality you need in people that are gonna work directly with you are people that can kind of bring their perspective and their ideas and they're able to like support them and like provide reasoning for whatever they think, like what type of expertise they're bringing to the table, why they think that way, while also understanding what your perspective is and wanting to understand like why you want to do certain things. And like, I honestly think through those conversations, that was so wordy, but through those type of conversations, we come up with so many good ideas. But you are going to find people who don't get that. Like they cannot, like if they feel the slightest resistance from you or the slightest challenge when you're like, tell me more, or you ask a question about it and they shut down, you're gonna have to find someone else with access to you. Before me, we have a huge staff, right? We have, on like rotation, there's 200 girls at the club. We have various staff people that are around Bayside, various. We have like mall management here. But when it comes to the day-to-day, I'm only communicating with 2 or 3 managers who then, depending on what their role is, some of those managers manage my other managers, and then those managers manage the full staff. So I think just creating a system where everyone doesn't have access to you is necessary, because there are things that you need to do to creatively drive your business forward, and you need to keep yourself open to understanding what all those options and possibilities are. But don't with me, Moses. This applies to Second Life, because I've come across it in Second Life too. Big grocery store thought. But yeah, I think the most important thing, honestly, as the owner, though, I would even say this for some of the creative ones, even if your staff has full access to you, your end user or your customer should not. You should absolutely never be the one doing your customer service. So if you can afford it, granted in the beginning you might not be able to afford it, do something like put a bot in between. Like don't ever be the first connection between your customer like and you. Like there has to be something in between. If it's not another person making a bot, because you are going to be blindly passionate about whatever it is that you're doing, and there's just so much opportunity, especially if you're very overworked, to snap at customers, or just to very quickly assume you know what they're asking or what's going on with them, or just like being fucking annoyed that they keep hitting you up about stuff that you think is pretty obvious because you've been with it so long. I would seriously recommend never doing your own customer service. And if you are doing it, put a bot in between you. When I first started, I had, who was it? It's always been Zane. Zane's always been the bot, right? So we had Zane between me, and there was a while where I was still doing Zane's work, but honey, I was using a bot system. So Zane was the one responding to messages. It never was me. And like, if I had to communicate that to a customer, let them know that like a time frame on a response, like to really make sure I understand what they're saying. It's just a better look for your business if it's not you directly. Hey, Indy. How goes it? But yeah, strongly recommend. One, if you have a staff, you do have to have pretty direct contact with at least a couple of people that you trust. I would say create a hierarchy just like that, where there are people that report directly to you. Those people are the ones responsible for bringing your vision to life, and you're responsible for kind of funding all the resources necessary to allow them to do the work. So hire people or find people who are better at things than you. Don't find a bunch of people that you are like, that was the other mistake I made. Don't just hire people that you have to teach how to do the job. I do not do it. I refuse to teach anyone how to do the job anymore, especially in Second Life and virtual spaces. You need to hire people for their expertise. Whoever you have like directly reporting to you needs to be better at whatever it is they do than you are. So you shouldn't have to teach them anything. They should be bringing the expertise to you. And that level of like insight and consultation, I think people get it backwards in Second Life in a way that I've found out the wrong way. Thank you, Brandon, and thank you so much. I'm glad it's helpful. But hire people that are better at things than you, because at the end of the day, like, granted, you may know how to do things, and it might be hard, because I know we all think we're like amazing, but like Reina, when I first brought her on, like, her position has just grown over the years, but when I first brought her on, she was literally my people person. Sure, I can deal with people. I can say things very politically correct. I can like make a communication that sounds like it comes from the gods. But I am not good with dealing with people one-on-one. So I was like, girl, I need a people person, or I'm gonna be cussing everybody out. Nobody's gonna come back. And it's not even like, I was like, I don't even think it was their fault. It was just like, I get highly overwhelmed by contact and irritated quickly. So exactly, but that's how it is. Like, people will come in like, okay, teach me everything. It's like, I didn't teach you anything. Come in here and consult. Like, tell me what you're good at. Show me your expertise. I'm gonna show you my business and what my expectation is of you. But you need to show me you can do something, or you're not useful. We in the environment. This is not the economy within Second Life to teach people and pay them. I'm sorry, no. Hotel rooms and love hotels. Yeah, of course. So we have a version of that here at the Monarchy. I'm telling you, so many different streams of income we have within the club, and like, I'm building more of them. I'd be so slow because there's so many different things going on at once, but we have different spaces, of course, for people to go. I think love hotels could be a thing, because hotels are such a big thing in Second Life. Like, people offer a lot of these like vacation experiences, which are huge. So I think if you just come in with one of those like sex motel situations, you're just gonna have to have some marketing behind it, because that is recycled and reused and like played out in Second Life so hardcore. But if you were to create a situation where it doesn't even have to be luxury, if you do want it to be kind of like seedy and I don't know what you're going for, but there are some seedy ass sex motels in Second Life. But then there's like really nice hotels, but they never have adult furniture. So I think if you could be the person in between and like resolve that issue, like, it's just like identifying what the issue is. And that's what it is for me. They never have the super like wild, like, they'll have a sex bed, or they'll have a bed with like those atoms, but like, there's more. We know there's more. So you can totally make a business of that. But again, it would be the experience. So what are you doing for the overall experience, other than people just standing around waiting for like some type of hookup culture? Are you offering different vacation packages? Does it feel like a hotel? Is there a check-in process? Are there activities where people could potentially meet people? Are you hosting singles events? Are there couples events? Are there like anything that could kind of make the experience feel like real life? I think that's what would sell it. I think the ones that just sit there and wait for people to like rent a room and go in don't necessarily work. And they close quickly. That's why they're always moving around. Exactly, Dawn. I've seen a hotel with a ruckus bed. Like, that's where it ends, the bed. It's like, but if I'm in a hotel for the weekend with my like new husband, I want the shower, I want the countertops, I want the sofas, the chairs, the ottoman, I want the floor, I want the wall, I want all the things. I want a strip pole randomly somewhere. But the vacation thing in SL is huge right now, so I think you could capitalize on it if you make it super if you play into the role play and you create experiences for people. I just remember, I think that's what we should call it. Like, it's experience economy that is what's so big in the virtual space. And I apply the same theories over to GTA because we're about to do something very different in GTA that kind of, hopefully, like I said, I ain't gonna get into that, but there's an opportunity to do kind of the same type of like experience economy situation in GTA, which made me think this could apply generally to the metaverse, because virtual spaces, that's all you have to do. Is like, how do you monetize experiences? That's all you have to do. Oh my God, Miracle, you know what's funny? I have not thought about that hotel in like 8 months. I forgot I was there. Probably not. No, I'm joking. I might hire someone to do it. Yeah, maybe I'll just hire a decorator. I don't want to. I think I've gotten over this desire to decorate. Like, I'm hiring someone to do the next Bayside sim because I don't want to landscape or do anything. But I started. I put a desk. I'll finish it. I'll hire someone to finish it. I ain't doing it. For what, the hotel in GTA? But yeah, we have to have like, once we get to a point where we have like 10 or 11 sims, we could do like an airport. And then that like 11th sim would be practically empty because it would be the airport. That's the thing, we have so much like room to grow. I've just gotten to the point where I don't want to like do these. I'm never decorating another thing in my life. I'm fine with that. I will hire someone to do it. The desk. I put a desk in. I'm proud of me. Oh my God, I'm glad we came up with that. That is the lesson to take away. How are you going to monetize experience? Oh! So is stars. Thank you for joining. Please, can we spam some honey bun? Thank you so much for joining, honey. We have a member stream coming up soon. Be sure to check my community tab. That's where I like check in with members, and then also be sure to link your YouTube and your Discord because you'll see all the members channels, which have been low quiet for the past week or two. But like, I'm in there. Our stream is coming up. And we're also starting to do the GTA members meetups. So come on over. What was I saying? Experience economy. Can we key that term? Did we just invent that? Or has it like always been a Jade? Jade, honey. Thank you for joining. Same to you. Discord is the place to be in my community tab. But yes, we do member streams. You guys also get first look at any video releases that I do. I'm working on my next video now, so that'll be soon. Discord is the place to be though. And of course in SL, we'll do meetups on the days that I have member streams, and then we're gonna do a GTA members night too. Ooh, excuse me. Girl, that's better than me. I have not successfully flown a plane at all. That's another thing that's a like business in Second Life. There are airports that lease out spaces so you can have your own airline. I owned a Second Life airline for a minute. Granted, not a pilot. You don't need to be able to do these things. I bought the space. I came up with all the marketing. I think we were called Monarchy Airlines at the time. So what we would do is like a lot of what we were doing was related to the monarchy. So clients and VIPs of the club, we would have them like meet up. We had a plane that had some animations, and we would throw like adult parties in the sky. They were laggy as hell. Everybody would crash and die. But they would start at the airport. And that was just the thing. Like, we had a bunch of cute girls who were like little flight attendants. We had people working the desk. We had different pilots that worked for us. Like, it was a thing. Like, literally anything. You can make anything a business in Second Life. You don't have to know how to do things. Like, I don't know how to fly, but I know how to run a business. But that's cool. You should check out the airports. You should have a whole like line, airline. Woo! I think I can run Second Life. My computer went super crazy. Oh yeah, Second Life is way heavier than GTA. Like, Oh, which one? Everyone tries to marry Mahir and Valentino. I see y'all sending messages to Valentino because again, he's a bot and he tells us everything. But that's the other thing that makes like modeling tricky. People could just like create as many avatars as they need, so a lot of times they don't hire him. Whew. Unless they need different style, then that's the thing. Like if you just know how to create good avatars, one, that's a whole business. If you know how to create good avatars to the point where you can be a model and like offer your avatars and like this unique look to people, I can see people paying for that. And then you could also be creating shapes on the side. So after you've retired a model look, you could create different shapes for that and put that for a sale. Yeah. It's a lot. And our characters are heavy. So our avatars are super heavy on a computer. Should we this on the ground? And there's all types of things that I would have, like you guys see these little things go off all the time. I have so many triggers around the sim that helps me understand traffic, where it's coming from and where they're going. So I have like silent greeters that greet people when they go into the club, when people land at the mall, when they're at the landing in Bayside, different places all over the sim. So I understand where traffic is coming from and where it's going. Be very analytical about things, I have to say, especially if you're doing like one of these role play businesses, because you'll know kind of where to put your energy. Ciao, I feel you. And it's scripty here because we're all doing like Zeal Life and shit. It does. It's like, honestly, very much like my old legacy shape, but with thick thighs. And her booty looks heavier, but the shape kind of looks similar. I think it's also the outfit because I used to wear so much soul. Oh my god, I'm congested again. All right, what are other tips we need before we get out of here? I think I might also get on Twitch after this too. We could keep talking about it. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. Alright. Everyone gets on GTA earlier time. Oh yeah. It works on laptop. It works better on a desktop. Like I had so Second Life burns through my laptops. I was noticing like I was replacing my laptop every single year, no matter how good it was. Like I still think my Lenovo Legion was like the best laptop I ever had to run SL, and SL just slowly burned its way through it. Like that thing just started malfunctioning, and it's like everything's so big. Like your cache is huge. You have to clear it often and make sure your computer is not about to explode. Every time we take pictures, like those are huge files. Like it's crazy. I don't know why I started choking on. I guess water. It's dangerous in these streets. Oh yeah, Shadow. I always forget about that. I should see if Shadow will sponsor me, and then we could really see what it can do in Second Life. How to run a sim stream? It's just like we could talk about it now. I don't think it's that complicated. I think it's what I went through before. Of course, granted, you need to know how to work a rental system. I use Casper. They have a lot of good documentation. It's also very easy to set up. But it has to be more than just putting the rentals out. And for me, like a lot of people approach it differently. Like some owners are very much involved with their community. Like it's a lot of their friends, it's people they're connected with that live there. For me, I know I'm like a recluse. I don't be that like close to people. I come out of hiding like twice a week. But it's honestly, you just have to, like I said, know who you want to target. Think of who you want to live in your community. And sometimes start with your own interests, or if it's someone that you know, someone that a character makeup, you need to really be able to identify a lot about your end user or your target audience or your target user, market, customer. You need to know like what they'd want to do, how they spend their time, what their general activities are, and you need to build a sim that meets those needs. So what did we like here in Bayside? We like to drive, we like to take pictures, we like to shop, we like to do random ho shit. And we like to like kind of do some criminal things and like do drugs and stuff. And like we like to play The Sims, but like The Sims ain't as cute as Second Life anymore. So like real life. So think about those type of things. Like think about your user and build a community for them. At the end of the day, I'm a user. I built this community for me. Sorry for y'all, but for me, I was always looking for a place like this and I could never find it. So that's when I created my own. And I was like, what would I want surrounded me? I want restaurants. I want empty spaces where other people could like figure out what they want to do, and I could experience different businesses all in like one space. I should do marketing on Seraphim? Why? For what? Right. Hey B. Hey Candace. Yeah, SL needs a lot of RAM. I have no RAM on this computer. None. I have like 8 gigs. Moses has offered to walk me through how to upgrade and I have like resisted. I would have some sort of plan. So yeah, think about like what environment you want to build. For me, it doesn't have to be after a city either. I've seen so many different types of Sims. Also do your research on what's out there. Speaking of driving, I'm the best driver. We do like to eat. We like to eat. We like to chill. Do glam things. I remember, so before I started Bayside, like I said, I started Faith and Flower. And that was very strategic, right? I was like, because at the time I saw restaurants, I didn't see people doing anything with restaurants. Like I would just like go to all these restaurants and they were just like pretty and they were there and you could take pictures. But I'm like, I want to do things at these restaurants. So I remember we first started Faith and Flower, we threw brunch, we did like sushi nights and cooking classes and all these things. And I was like, okay, this is cool. These people that are coming to brunch, would they also live here? So then when we first started, we created a couple apartments around Faith and Flower. And I was like, okay, cool, bet. Wouldn't it be cool like if we could do some other things besides brunch? So that's when we built Abbott Kinney, and Abbott Kinney was a row of different businesses that had nothing to do with me. They were just like, y'all businesses, do what you want with them. But that's how it like spiraled. So I didn't necessarily have a full plan for everything to begin with. It's just, you know, we just identified if there was a market or not. You have 8. 8 is tough when you have as much going on. Like if you could see, like I have my Streamlabs Second Life. Streamlabs is heavy too. Like it's probably not the best for streaming, but I love it. There's a lot going on my computer at once. Oh, SL used to play? All right, y'all. We're transitioning to doing everything through Discord. So right now it goes out through primarily notices in world. But if you haven't joined our Discord, join it. I'm looking at the process for Second Life players who join the Discord, because right now our Discord, we have Bayside City in Second Life and in GTA, and we have this like shared process for getting into the server, in the Discord server. I think their space is separated a bit though, but events are listed there. And we just need to make it available so like all business owners can host their events as well. But it might be cool. That might be something cool to just like throw up on a Google Calendar or something that people can modify for their business stuff. But yeah, y'all. I was gonna say like my throat hurts. I can't talk anymore. I can, because I think I'm gonna go live on Twitch after this. So come hang out on Twitch. I feel like the night is still young, and I had a blast in roleplay yesterday. But you guys, this was fun. Again, like I said, experience economy. We need to like rename this video experience economy. It took us like 50 minutes to even get to that point. But any experience that you can create for another user, there's a way to monetize it. So keep that in mind. This is a discussion I would love to continue. So please, after this video, comment like things that you're thinking about for business or questions that you might have. And we can just like keep talking about these type of things. You know, it's like, I love it. But thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your nights. If I don't see you on Twitch after this, I will see you. What am I here next? What day is this? Sunday. I'll be back on YouTube Sunday. I'll be on Twitch tonight and then Twitch Friday and then back on YouTube on Sunday. So I hope to see you there. Metaverse is literally, so Second Life has always identified itself as a metaverse. It's basically like a virtual world. Facebook has recently renamed themselves like Meta because they're building a metaverse. There are also all of these other platforms that are popping up that are kind of similar to Second Life, kind of like between like Second Life and like Roblox or something, where they're just like vast open spaces that are user built. So when we think of like what is Second Life, technically a metaverse. But yeah, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you very soon. Bye.
Not a friend of me, no. Baby, you mean